Everybody, welcome to the Earliest Alerts. Fairly quick video today, several things to cover, and I'll try to cover as much as I can here. First off, severe risk today on the low side, but watch out for heavy rain tomorrow. Kind of the same deal, even on Wednesday. Notice no organized severe weather showing up. Now, if we were to extend this out, we may see at least a marginal risk that may come out for an isolated or brief tornado on the eastern side of the remnants of Harvey once we get later into this week, which we'll cover that in just a second. First off today, a couple of bands of rain we've been watching this morning. This is a relatively steady, or I should say stable area of rainfall across Indiana so far that will likely impact Louisville through lunch. This is more unstable, and therefore we're getting more lightning and heavy rain. In fact, already getting flash flood warnings out. WPC has been watching this carefully. This looks to be a zone where we're going to have several flash flood warnings, and you can see where the outflow boundaries are blowing northward out of it, so these bands will likely keep building more northwest. The heavier rains will. So this may impact our southern counties here with some very intense thunderstorms as far as heavy rain and lightning later on today. So kind of a heads up for those of you, especially south of Louisville. And even here in Louisville, we may see a couple stronger thunderstorms that try to get going later if we get some of these sun breaks in here. But overall, not too impressed with that. It's a boundary, by the way, that is snaked out across the area. Now, if this was a stronger of a front, it would likely keep the remnants here of Harvey a little more to the south as the week goes around, but this looks to be so weak, the front, that in our area, that it's going to likely wash off the map by Tuesday and Wednesday, which means that then Harvey has a chance to get picked up by the upper level winds later this week and begin its northward progression. But timing is everything, and if it misses its ride to get to the north, it won't make it up that far north in our area. So there's still some questions on this. Right now, it hasn't moved much at all. It's still southwest of Houston. At least the heavier bands are east of Houston, but what now we're in is a constant series of rain in the Houston area. It's not as excessive as the feeder bands are, but it is a constant band of rain as that core now is filling in. And keep in mind, as the tropical systems weaken, the spiral bands reach out more, they expand, they become a bigger system. Stronger hurricanes, cyclones are a little more tightly wound. For this one, though, it's going to be a situation of the core, the rain is going to keep filling in, and then really stretch its legs out. Look at that cirrus shield. I mean, technically, some of the cloud cover already now trying to work its way into southern areas of Kentucky. Meanwhile, you move off the Carolina coast, where we already have our next system here that looks to be Irma in the next few days. Could dump up to half a foot of rain for the Outer Banks the next few days. Nothing like 50 inches of rain like Texas could see, or in Houston, but still, got to keep it on our friends to the east as well. So it's kind of a double whammy deal for the low 48. All right, here's one of our high-res models that shows the showers and thunderstorms today. Overall, it's got a decent idea on that band here, kind of setting up shop this afternoon. So we'll be monitoring that as far as changing our rain chances. So stay tuned to the app. That should fade out. Then tomorrow, the boundary is still in the area, but keep in mind the boundary will begin its washing out phase. But still, the same idea will be there for a broken area of showers, thunderstorms, nearly the same location as today. And then Wednesday looks to be our quiet day. However, the RPM is real aggressive and already trying to bring in the outer band of the remnants of Harvey already by Wednesday afternoon into southern Kentucky, which is a good 12, if not 24 hours faster than some of the other models we've got. So RPM CAS did seem to be a little aggressive on that idea, but that's something we'll be watching as we head into Wednesday and Thursday. I'm hoping we get at least a one-day break before we have to deal with Harvey's issues, but we may not get that one-day break, and if we do, it's going to be a narrow window. All right, so let's talk about the GFS is the one that's been stronger with our front in our area. It's the only one indicating that for a while now that the remnants will go more south and north, but even the latest run is now coming in line with the Euro and the Canadian. But this is going to be an issue where the remnants are going to track more to the north over Arkansas, and then where are they going to set up shop once we head into Friday and Saturday. Now, Friday, I know it's a Saturday on the clock, but on Friday, as long as it's in western Kentucky, then we'll be more of a spiral band scenario here. You got to watch out for, just because of natural rotation of the low itself, could get some brief isolated tornadoes that could develop there. Otherwise, this is where your heavy rain core is where the path is. So if the low is a little more over us, it's more of a heavy rain threat for us, anything on the tornado side to the south and east. Or if the core were to go a little more to our south, we'd still be on the heavy rain in central Kentucky. But in general, looks like something's going to fall from the sky here as we head into Friday and Saturday as it moves on through and moves out. Here's the same model's forecast potential totals. Again, it's going to be along that core. We've got to watch out for totals that could be in that 5 to 8 inch range. That is possible, depending on how fast it moves. The slower it takes its time moving through the Mississippi Valley, the more we're going to add on to these totals. But again, it's that path. Is it going to go right into here, or is it going to go to the east? And we just can't answer that entirely yet. So stay tuned for updates on the setup here for this upcoming holiday weekend. After that, a strong front moves in that'll really help kick Harvey out of the way. And that's really going to allow for a nice drop in the temperatures there as we head into the 6th and 7th. Maybe some patchy frost for the upper Ohio Valley, maybe central Indiana. I don't see that being the case for any part of Wave Country, but it could be just downright chilly as we head into that portion there of the 6th and 7th. So stay tuned for a nice taste of fall potentially coming our way down the road here. All right, that's it for today, guys. We'll see how it all looks coming up tomorrow.